Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Cinema Circle. You are in the Zander Zone. Today, we are looking at a little film called Hardcore Henry. I am Zander Francis. This is Steven Laporta. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I am solid. So let's jump into it. What did we like? The good. Pedal to the metal. Balls to the wall. It goes all the way. It's got a nice giant red octagon of an R rating on it. And being a fan of excess and excessive action movies specifically, it was a wonderful treat. It was very entertaining in that sense, and it was very reminiscent of all my favorites that way. You didn't have the studio kind of breathing down their necks.
Yeah.
About,
oh yeah. It's very much independent, right?
Oh, yeah.
I believe it was crowdfunded.
Yeah. So that was, it made it more beautiful. Because it took you back to a day where you didn't have studios breathing down your neck and all that time. You can just do anything. It had a lot of practicality too, a lot of blood bags. Good news. Even the humor was was very interesting. I did not expect that. Sharito Copley.
He's pretty good in it. Yeah.
He was, wow. You know what I mean? I didn't expect anything from the acting.
Yeah.
And he was just so entertaining.
Yeah. I thought the movie was really creative compared to a lot of the action movies we're getting now, and even just some of the movies we're getting now.
It took risks.
Yeah, it took risks. It tried different things. It just threw some ideas out there. It had fun. And you kind of could tell that they were having fun making it. And
it was very infectious, yes.
Yeah.
And it felt really good to watch. Because
it's a fun movie. If you like action, you should definitely watch it.
Yeah, it's a must. If you're an action fan, I think you have to check this thing out. Regardless of, I know we had reservations. I think everybody going in has the same reservation. It's a POV action film. There are limitations, but I think you need to check it out. It's just even for a one time.
Yeah.
I think
it's a good time.
It's a great time.
Yeah.
What else? Definitely the creativity. I mean, there's guys in this with telekinetic abilities out of nowhere. Henry himself is like a combination. He's like RoboCop, Bruce Lee, and John McClane.
Yeah, all wrapped into
like
one.
Just in one, just smack. Like that first scene where his wife is like, fixing him up in his vision, reminded me of RoboCop when he first when he awakens, right? I'm like, this is amazing, a lot of sci-fi.
It all felt very natural,
yes.
And it all felt like it was in the same world.
Correct. It didn't feel like they were just, telekinesis is here, and you were kind of jolted. It felt like,
yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Those are the stakes. That's okay. This is the world,
Yeah.
Just non-stop, brutal violence and action. The pacing of this thing, I mean, is you can't touch it.
I'm curious to know how much actual action there was just consecutively.
And we're not talking about like whatever action. This is all great action.
Yeah.
Great action scenes.
There's definitely scenes in it where that get you excited and cheer out a little bit, right? So.
Oh yeah, I jumped out of my seat many times. I laughed out loud. It was a wonderful experience that way. All right, want to go into the bad?
The bad.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. The bad.
It's pretty obvious what the bad is. Like, there's people who don't want to see it because of the style it was filmed in, and that's probably the weakest link in the movie. If you took out how it was filmed and filmed it like most other movies were filmed, it's probably like an amazing action movie. The weakest link is how it was filmed. Like the whole time I'm seeing it, you kind of get tired of it, and you kind of starts hurting your head. It's the same problem Cloverfield had, right?
It was about 25 minutes in that my eyes said, okay, and kind of shut off. There were times where it pulled me back in. As unique and amazing as the deaths, like the choreography, the explosions, the car chase.
Yeah, you get distracted and all that.
The choice of the POV medium or the manner of doing it in POV detracts away from its entertainment value because you can't see the beauty of the action. We need to see the action. Now that's what makes action beautiful. The framing, wide shots, wow, look at that car roll and just the colors and everything. Yeah. So I think that's the big thing for me. It's almost like it makes it very unique in a sense.
Yeah.
You could call it that, but it also greatly limits it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's the only thing really standing in its way of being amazing. Right? And that's,
I really have nothing else.
You know,
I don't
most like this, there's some story things that you can nitpick on and stuff like that, but
that would be worked out, I think.
It gives you
if
so
it
much
was
more.
if it was a normal action film,
yeah.
I think it'd be easier
yeah.
to attach more story elements and
because you're limited very much to the one person's point of view.
Yes.
And you're only getting the story from that one point, right? So you're kind of limited.
It really left it all to Shirito Copley, which is his it's like his sidekick, if you will, in the movie.
Yeah.
It left it all up to him to tell the whole story, and then a little bit the enemy there. So and he didn't have his speech module put in, so you never hear Henry talk.
Yeah, it would have been cool to kind of actually see what he looked like at the end or something.
Yeah, totally. Well, we saw one frame, but it wasn't like clear
reflection, kind of.
Because they were implying the whole movie about how he was destroyed. His jaw, his skull was punched in, his leg and arm were blown off. Like, wow, I would have loved to see what this guy actually looked like.
Yeah.
Right?
The reason why the movie was made was to experiment with POV and its biggest downside, which is interesting. You gotta respect
the guys.
No, absolutely.
I guess. Okay, here's the verdict. You gotta respect them.
Absolutely.
For what they're trying to do. And I greatly respect them for the respect they have for the genre.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because, for the first 15 minutes, Henry is barefoot. All I was thinking was McLean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just Die Hard.
Yeah.
He was literally running through the city barefoot, all this action. Like, I was like, yes,
Yeah.
So I definitely, respect where respect is due.
I would be interested to see the directors who he directed and wrote it, to see his next movie, because this will probably propel him a little bit forward.
Definitely. I think it'll get a lot of attention, regardless of what we say. So, I think he'll get better. Really, I think there's a lot of talent there. It's definitely it's what we need. It's a glimpse of what we could have, regardless of the technology of the POV.
Yeah.
I think if we just had an action film done
just like
made just like this, I would be very happy. Steve would be very happy. A lot of action fans would be very happy. So, and it's not difficult to do. You'd think.
Yeah, I know, right?
But apparently it has become difficult to make amazing action movies.
Yeah.
Even though the critics are not fans of them, you hear all kinds of detractors that way. But, rating? Numbers?
It's hard for me.
I'm torn
to give it a number because there's so much there that I like, and then you got the one thing that I really didn't like, and I'm really torn on it.
Well, we were saying, you were saying how many cool scenes there were, like deaths, manner, how he killed.
It's so creative.
It's the telekinesis, all that stuff, but the medium takes away from it.
Yeah.
and it's a little bit of a tragedy, right? I mean, I almost would love them to re-release it, just
from another angle,
from a different angle, because I think it would be a contemporary action masterpiece. Could you still call it that? I think a lot of people will, or already have.
Yeah.
Just for me, I am such. I'm okay. Old school. Let's
find this number here.
Find the number.
All right. Do we go 6.5? Is that fair?
Probably give it a 6.
Yeah, stick with 6.
Yeah, 6 out of 10. Now, don't just fast forward to the end of this video and go to the number and make your assumptions, because like what we were saying, it's very hard to put what we were saying and what any review says into a number sometimes. It's a very complex beast, especially when it's a very experimental film like this. Yeah. So
that's what you need to know. If you like action, you watch it.
Mm-hmm. Hands down.
If you get motion sickness, maybe
might have to stay away from it.
Maybe stay away.
Okay, that's it from us here at Cinema Circle. We hope you enjoyed our review. Remember here's the information. Remember to click like, subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, and we will be seeing you soon. Take care of yourselves. My fellow Cineplexians, we would be honored if you would join us, so become part of the circle. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.